This video is about a good measurement system. Well, you want to be able to make statements, claims, answer questions or draw conclusions, so you need data. Perhaps you can use existing data called secondary data, otherwise you have to measure, count, assess or classify data yourself called primary data. If you can use existing data, check if the data is correct by taking a sample and compare the data to reality. If you have to measure, count, assess data yourself, make sure you have a good measurement system. Do the measured values match the actual values? Alright, an example. A University of Applied Sciences grades theses of students. So that's a measurement process, it's an assess process. And the teachers are using an assessment form and the teachers are doing it. So that's our different components of a measurement system. And in this table you see different criteria, and teacher number 1 grades the thesis or the report of a student with a pass, a 7.1. Teacher number 2 also assessed the same thesis, the same report of the students, and gives a 7.2. So this is a reliable measurement system so far. Suppose that experts have concluded that their thesis should get a 4, then you haven't got an accurate measurement system. It's reliable, but not accurate. But this example continues. Teacher number 3 grades the same thesis with the same assessment form and gives it a fail. This measurement system isn't reliable. Different teachers grade the same thesis and have different outcomes. And that continues. Teacher number 4 has another measurement or another assessment. Teacher number 5, teacher number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, this measurement system is not good enough. So you need to improve this measurement system. And this happens a lot in different working circumstances. Daniel Kahneman wrote a book about it, and an example of that is with judges. They received a file or a dossier of a suspect, and 5 different judges read the same dossier, and 2 of them came to the conclusion that it had to be a conviction. 3 came to the conclusion that there was no conviction. And the judge who came to a conviction, the punishments differed between 1/2 years and 4.5 years. So this measurement system of this assessment system is not reliable, it's not good enough. And it depended on the moment what the outcome was. Before the lunch break, the punishment was more severe than after the lunch break. It differed per material. In this case, the suspect is material that's going into the process. And when it's your birthday, the punishment is not so severe than on other days. And also the skin color had influence on how severe the punishment was. People with a darker skin color had more severe punishments. The judge also had impacts on the outcome. Female judge had less severe punishment than male judge. And the environment had impact on the outcome of the assessment or measurements. When it's hot, the punishments were more severe. And this also happens in a production company where operators had to measure a product. And product number 1 was measured by 4 different operators. And the outcomes were more or less the same. But suppose that that the specification limit for a good product is 25 kilograms, then this product that was measured product number 1 by an operator was not approved, till the same product measured by operator number 2 was approved. And these measurements were the same, but the conclusion differs between approved and not approved. So this measurement system is clearly not good enough. And the last example, observers monitored how long it took to take a ride in a carnival. And in this case, you're dealing with a measurement system that's, for the first ride, it's reliable and it's accurate because it hits the true value. The second right, it's not so reliable. The outcomes differ while they are measuring the same right. It's more or less accurate because they are around the bullseye, they're around the true value. Suppose that the true value of the first right was 4.6 seconds. Then you're dealing with a reliable measurement system because the outcomes are more or less the same. But it's not an accurate measurement system because it's not hitting the bullseye. Well, those are different examples of how good a measurement system is. And you have to make sure that you're dealing with a good measurement system.